Alright.
Click another thing. Let's see. You need to select a token. Never mind. Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for Mark to finish typing.
Sorry.
Bruh. He has something important to say.
You all make your way back to town after your hard-earned victory. Bakari is dead silent, carrying the body of his friend. You eventually make it out, and put it bluntly, it's not a pretty sight. There's a lot of soldier corpses and were creature corpses all around in front of the wall. Can everyone make a perception check?
Yes. Perception check. Let's see if I know how to do that. All right, I'm at 1 HP.
Perception checks? Okay.
I perceive.
Oh,
Nice.
I know, nice.
There's more soldier corpses than were creature corpses by a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
yeah.
But it seems the attack is over, so they eventually open the gate for you. And Bakari leaves the group, heading to the palace without a word. There doesn't seem to be casualties or war causes inside the walls, but people seem to be shaken either way. What would you like to do? There's a red sun/moon in the sky, but the attack is over. You're all really hurt. It's really late in the night. Would you probably want to go rest instead?
Yeah, I would assume so,
Yeah.
right?
Some downtime would be good.
Yeah.
I can offer treatment if you people want. I know I
I
need it.
would love some treatment.
Not say no.
Yeah.
I see who gets down by that.
Oh, no. I'm at 1, so it may as well be me. Kill me.
Don't kill my bed.
It would be so funny.
I'll start
Sad,
with myself.
You gotta be careful with this middle-aged man.
The cat survives the fight,
He's
like,
middle-aged.
only to die due to surgical complications. Kaz is not old, shut up. He's fine.
He's middle-aged. He's gonna die, and Olga's gonna be left alone.
Do you not appreciate the tragedy of this, Cole?
No.
Oh!
I just
Now I
don't
do.
know.
Okay.
I tried a higher DC on myself to see if it would work.
Okay.
Oh, that was on you?
Also, yeah, that was on me.
Oh.
Do you need our tokens to be able to heal? Oh.
Yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
need to be able to target someone. Don't know if I can do it without a token.
Oh my god, I'm huge. Kaiju Kaz.
Oh god, giant cast.
He looks normal to me.
Well, I mean, in
Oh,
the scope of the
under
city,
map,
we
right.
mean.
Sorry.
Okay, do you want the DC 15 or the DC 20?
What's the difference?
Hold on, let me pop the text. Because I don't remember the word exactly.
There.
On a DC 15, I do the normal 2d8 hit points if I succeed. On a DC 20, I do the same 2d8 plus 10. And I can only do it in 1 hour to double the hit points if I succeed.
Sure. Fuck it, let's send it. Got a
20?
+9, I trust you.
Is
Yeah,
the
let's do it.
penalty for crit failures?
The crit
Yes.
failure is still the same.
Oh.
I do 1d6.
I
Send
thought
it.
that healing was greater, so the
1d8
damage you
damage.
take is. Yeah.
Well, I'm at 1 hit point, so that doesn't really matter.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. DC 20, let's go. I will
Let's
either
go.
heal or not.
You got a +9, I believe.
I believe.
It's literally a 50-50 chance.
I believe.
Oh, thank
Let's
God.
go!
Yay!
18 points of healing for you.
Thank you.
Oh.
I cannot delete myself while the game is paused. Oh no.
No, you don't get healing then.
No, I did get healing. I can't delete my token.
I can't believe you only failed to heal myself. So,
Might as well,
yeah.
might as well
the
leave them
ban,
leave them
do
there
you
for
want-
future occasion.
Let's just. It's 18 missing.
Does that get rid of wounded?
Yes.
Later, bitch.
Let's go for the DC 20. Fuck it.
Okay, DC 20. Go!
Oh, thank God.
God damn it, only me? Really?
Thank you.
Damn. August, do you want to be healed?
I would. How do I? I need my token. How do I do that? Help me.
So go to the actor sheet and then click on August, like click and hold and drag him onto the map.
Ah, okay. Today I learned.
Yeah.
For y'all,
You can post that on Reddit.
because I might as well leave the tokens here for future occasion.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Do you want the
Heal me.
20?
Yeah, give me the 20. Why not?
Give me the 20.
He's gonna
Statistically
crit fail and
speaking,
crit me, and I'm gonna
someone will
die.
crit.
Oh.
Oh, by 1.
Dang it. That's okay.
Can someone perhaps try aiding him?
Is that something I can do? Because I would absolutely
Yeah.
try.
If
You
you have
can.
if you have a relevant skill and justify it well enough, yeah.
Okay, so hear me out. Plane of air.
Are you gonna blow air in his face while he tries to do surgery?
Yeah, I'll like just kind of blow his hair back to him like that cool aesthetic, because I think the aesthetics are important. Okay. What if? Okay, I have a good fee for you. What if I went to go steal like some medical supplies or something? No, we're in a
Right.
war. That's probably bad.
I mean, if
That's
you want
right.
to do
That's
that
fucked up.
right after a war, I won't stop you.
It'd be really funny though. It'd be really funny. I don't have a relevant skill.
Well, I mean, it's not like we can't try again in the morning after some sleep. That's the thing.
I
That's true.
guess.
Would I be able to use crafting to make sure like the medical implements are like in good condition before the procedure starts?
I would hope it is, but sure. DC 15.
Alrighty.
Wow.
I'm going to see if they actually sterilize their equipment.
They do.
Hey.
Almost
What?
a crit success, but it's a normal one, so he gains a +1.
All he needs.
Do I...
Remember, I am only allowing you to do this afterwards to be nice, but from now on you gotta do this before.
Okay.
do I roll it again?
No,
Do I do
Just a +1.
Just a +1, so just roll healing.
Okay, the healing is 2d8 plus 2. So 2d8 plus d8.
Oh, nice.
16.
Nice.
I will take that.
Only I didn't get healed.
I've got a potion if you want it.
Nah, that's fine.
Alright.
I still have 6 HP.
Are you sure?
We'll probably
I've got a
rest.
couple potions. I'm happy to offer one.
You'll probably rest. Should I try to heal Bakari?
What's
Yeah,
Bakari on?
The car is gone.
Yeah, Bakari left already.
Okay,
he-
Could I?
this is just a memory of him.
If you want to stop him as he carries the body of his friend to do surgery on him, go.
I think he
Yeah,
might
no.
be good.
Yeah, I think he might be good.
I don't think he'll allow it either way, anyways.
Mhm.
I
The
would-
pain helps him or whatever.
Mhm.
It's what I can hear Bakari saying right now. If he was here.
I would also like to repair my shield, so I can just give this a go.
Nice.
Nice.
Damn! Hell yeah.
Nice.
That is a full repair to it.
Alright.
Look at us using actual stuff.
It's
Mhm.
crazy.
You all arrive to your abandoned inn of a base. And now, what would you like to do, or are you going straight to bed?
I think. I don't think
Yeah,
I have anything I
I'd
need
like
to
some
do.
sleep.
Yeah.
And this is like a sleep now, talk in the morning kind of situation, to be fair.
I agree.
Alright, everyone click on the long rest button.
We
On the
rest
what?
long.
Oh yeah.
There's a bat symbol in your sheet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If you were wounded, you got healed from wounded.
Yay. Let me take this time to look at my spells and see if I need to readjust anything again. Hey, Ollie, I have a weird question for you.
Yeah.
So we're going to fight. Oh God, I'm gonna bungle the name. I'm sorry, but the people of the North, right?
In theory, yeah.
What does that mean?
Okay,
What do you mean
fair.
by that?
What does that mean?
So okay. Can I do like some kind of recall knowledge check to see if I know what spells might be helpful against them? Like, do they have like fire magic that they use or stuff like that? Or would I know like if we're gonna have a chance to like do we have like any intel on like their positions and stuff like that? Does that make any sense?
Gathering intel might be best to ask people who actually seen them before.
Okay.
So
Okay.
something to do in the morning.
Well, if I was doing this part of my spell preparation, so I figured it would be in the morning. But
Okay.
if you think that's not something I can do, then that's fine.
You have a feeling you're gonna be fighting trained soldiers instead of wild beasts. So they will be wearing metal equipment. They will be more strategic.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Oh wait, I can. No, never mind. I got excited for a second, but it's not true. Okay, got it. Cool. Thank you.
Has everyone short resting or long rest? Short rest doesn't exist.
Well, I mean, what's the difference mechanically, or is there not one?
You cannot sit down and get a breather in Pathfinder. You're just cooked if you get cooked.
Oh.
You're cooked if you get
What does
cooked.
that mean?
Oh, because in 5e you can just this was a hard battle, guys. Let's take 1 hour real quick.
No, but like, what? The emphasis on a short versus a long rest has me scared. What does this mean?
Ooh, one sec.
It'll matter more when I make actual dungeon crawl.
Okay. Well, I guess we long rest then, right? Why
Yeah.
would you? Why would we not? Why would we short rest?
You all wake up in the morning. It takes a while to sleep with all the red coming through your window. but eventually the red that dissipates, and the light, the normal sunlight comes. You got roughly 5 hours of sleep, maybe less, depending on how hard it is for your character to fall asleep.
Oh no, that's rough.
You're awake. You usually hear sounds of civilization through your window at this time. It is like complete silence, you know.
Man.
You sometimes hear children play or people moving carts of goods or people opening their stores, but there's none of that right now.
Suppose they're
If-
all still at the palace?
I would hope so. What? Does this inn have like windows and stuff that we can look out of?
There's wooden windows you can open and close.
Okay, I want to open a window and look out and see what I can see.
All right, back.
There's people. But they're not doing their daily lives. They seem to be preparing what appears to be baskets of food and jewelry and gold.
Oh. Wait, from living here for 6 months, would we know if this is like a specific custom? Like for some like
Okay.
would we know why they're doing this basically?
Can check if you live in a society with a society check.
I will do a society check. I don't think I live in a society, but oh.
Curious, you live in a society but you're not proficient in it?
Well, yeah.
That is not enough.
No, well, I tried.
You tried. I'm proud of you, gamer.
So I kind of turn back to whoever's awake right now. I don't know who's awake, but they're sort of making these baskets and putting stuff in them. Like, I don't know. It's
I assume you go downstairs and go eat your usual breakfast.
yeah, like some slop in a bowl.
More like hard bread that feels like a
hard
biscuit.
bread. Disgusting.
In a bowl.
I guess it kind of feels like when you've been out drinking the previous night and you'll wake up and have breakfast and you're like a bit kind of haggard and like nobody's really saying anything. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Just some hard bread with goat milk.
treat
Delicious.
myself again. God
Oh.
damn it!
Uh,
Yeah, no, I want you.
one detail: coffee was a modern time introduction to the ancient Egypt. There is no coffee around here.
Sorry, there's no coffee around?
There's no coffee.
This fucked up society. What the fuck?
Egyptians got coffee like in the 16th century or some shit like that.
Goddamn.
Disturbing.
That chocolate, you can maybe drink a chocolate milk.
But that's not caffeine. That's not what the people need.
Hey, they drink beer in their breakfast if you want to do that.
No, I don't want to drink for breakfast. But yeah, I've relayed what I've seen out the window of people making baskets of stuff for some reason, but I don't know why.
What kind of
Anyone
stuff?
else?
I'd love to know, Jack. Also, society.
Society.
Alright. You roll a 16, but you live in a society? Curious.
Look, I'm trying. It's the morning. I'm sore.
You do not succeed.
Damn it.
You know what? Just because I think it'd be really funny. I would like to try.
It's Kaz,
Wow.
victim of society.
I don't think he. No,
No.
I definitely don't.
he does not.
That's definitely
Literally-
doesn't live in a society.
He was a sheltered kid. Of course he didn't.
Aw.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you can pull out the good old strategy of approaching the person and asking about it.
Well, yeah, but I'm not gonna like. Okay, yeah, sure, fine. Hold on.
There's just a bunch of tourists walking, but like, hey, can you explain your culture to me right
Yeah.
the fuck now?
So August pulls on some pajama pants. He leaves the inn. Go talk to this person that he saw.
I like the implication that August is just hanging brain during that entire conversation.
I'm telling
You
you,
are-
man, big t-shirt is what he wears to bed.
You approach a woman. You can see by her eyes that they're swollen. And she's kind of like preparing this bowl in a zombie-like manner. Probably did not sleep at all.
Sorry to scare you. I don't mean to do that. Just could I ask what you're doing right now?
She does not turn to look at you and takes a couple of seconds before answering. I'm preparing an offering.
An offering to who?
To the dead.
Oh, obviously we were fighting outside the walls. Do you know how many were lost?
I only know that my son and husband did not make it.
Mhm.
If you need any more specific, you're better off asking the general or a soldier. At least it was that survived.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I can do that. Is there anything I can do to help? Or are you okay doing this yourself?
You can help by leaving me alone.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'm sorry for your loss as well.
There's no answer.
Oh god. He just leaves and goes back inside. And he looks kind of like visibly like upset as like the reality of like that, you know, a lot of people died kind of hits him. So, that's an offering for the dead. And he just sits down at the table.
That makes sense.
I think the city got hit really hard even when we weren't looking, huh?
I just don't know if this is how bad one war was, like the other's gonna be, well, potentially worse.
Potentially. But
Maybe there's like something we can do to help these people. I don't know. It feels bad knowing that we came back and so many of them didn't.
so the fight's still going on, right? Mr.
Uh,
Gaines?
the south, when you were coming back, there were no rare creatures to be found. You have a feeling they all retreated when they felt their leader fall.
But there's still the people attacking the north, though, right?
That's a good question.
What does that mean? Stop it!
I mean, I guess something we can do that's within our powers is go see if they're still fighting at the north gate, and if there is, do what we can to help. I mean,
it's are we allowed to do that? Like, will the pharaoh mind? I don't like. Maybe he.
mind if we aid in the defense, or do you mean something specific?
I'm just if there's people out there, you know, making offerings, then maybe they'd want us to help here. I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, what? Like, do you all think we should go to the north to help, or?
You hear a knocking on your wooden door.
Oh. I'm guessing like August is probably closest to the door, so he just answers the door and lets the person in.
You see Advisor Ahura, the advisor to the pharaoh. Is there?
Well,
A
hello.
woman.
Can't believe it.
Woman.
Good morning. I hope you all rested well, though how difficult yesterday was. I assume not.
Oh, we got a little bit of sleep. I think we definitely slept.
I am here to invite you all to our ceremony.
What kind of ceremony?
Yeah.
When someone loses a loved one, they are turned to ash and released to the sands of the desert. As we do that, we have a pedestal where we put offerings to the dead to give them enough supplies to make the passage to the afterlife.
I mean, yeah, that would be. I mean, we saw somebody outside preparing an offering, but I don't think we have anything to offer to the dead.
Just offer what you think. What do you think is best? You're part of this community now, so you might as well partake.
What time is the ceremony? Is it like soon or?
There is no formal time. People are just going to the altar when they can and leaving their offerings then, chanting a prayer or crying their eyes out.
I mean, yeah, but I think that would be nice. What does everybody else think?
Yeah, I'm here for that.
Yeah, I can do that.
The Pharaoh may be too hard-headed to say this, but thank you for your help yesterday. Things could have been worse had you not defeated that beast.
Well, we just did what was right and what was needed.
Perhaps it's the right for this town, but you have no obligation to stay here.
Well, it's been kind of nice living here for the last few months. But, with this, as much as we were coming to love it here, it's not quite our home. We'll help as much as we can, but eventually we do still need a way to get back.
Airships will not be a problem, especially now that I assume the Warbats will have retreated and gone into hiding. You will not be attacked like last time.
Okay. Well, I don't want to speak for everyone else, but I assume that's not even something we're going to consider until the city's safe. But it's just still something to kind of keep in mind, I guess.
I refused to leave
Yeah.
earlier.
Yes, that would not be right.
Yeah. So what can we do to help?
I will tell you this, that we lost 40% of our overall army last night.
Okay.
That means our situation in the north remains unchanged. We do not have extra forces for it.
Is
So we go there then.
is the war still going on in the north?
I'm not sure how, but they must have noticed that the leader of the were creatures fell. They retreated.
Interesting. Okay.
Do you know how
How-
far they retreated? Like full all the way back to the city, or just like back to their camps?
I believe they went back to their city, but they had means of transport that we're not aware of that let them get here really quickly. So our vigilance will remain the same.
With your permission, or with the Ferris permission, I guess, maybe at some point today, could I go maybe investigate a little bit and see if I can figure out what this transport situation is?
I
See if
will
I can
say
find like any
no.
tracks or. Oh,
You must rest for now. Gather your strength before doing anything else. Then we can talk about what you can do.
okay.
She puts four wooden bowls on your table. Offer what you think is best. What would help someone setting out on a long journey? Doesn't have to be expensive or anything. Just offer what you think is best.
We will. Is this like a we have to do this now, or we can do it and then we can go to the ceremony?
Gotta do it now.
Okay. Okay. What can I offer the dead?
I have nothing.
Is some obviously this is a desert, but since we've lived here for quite a while, we would know the kind of like plants that grow here, right?
Sure.
Are there any sort of like specific plants that would bring like somebody sort of that would symbolize like good fortune? Or like protection against
The
evil.
Egyptians love the lotus flower, specifically the blue ones.
Okay. Then
It represented rebirth for them.
okay. So with a bit of struggle because he's still figuring it out. I want August to try growing a blue lotus as his offering.
There's a silence as everyone thinks about it. And you just hear August focus. So you hear and a lotus flower grows.
Oh.
It's a wrong color though, but the effort it was nice.
Oh no,
Oh,
he tried. I'm sorry.
screw the bad lotus flower. That means death
No.
and destruction. Fuck you.
I think we talked about this before. What kind of offerings did people have here? Like, it was offering, were like weapons an offering, or is it like
Well,
money?
the person
or...
that I saw was giving like golden jewels and food and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, Osriel would then buy some food, like kebabs and bread and stuff like that, and some drink, like some wine or something to drink and offer.
Just say how much you're willing to spend for this offering. Instead of me being
I have
specific.
7 silver, so
Are you spending at all?
that's all I have. I have 7 silver, so what can I get with that?
We don't have to be specific. Just say how much you're willing to invest.
2 silver, I mean, so I can survive.
That's what 40% of lives meant to you, 2 silver? What the fuck?
Damn.
Bro, I
Okay.
still need the money.
That's okay.
I have no money. I have 1 silver and 2 copper. So you know what? I'll just.
I mean, 1 silver is a decent kebab meal.
Yeah.
Go buy yourself a McDonald's in the afterlife.
I'll offer everything I have.
It's not even a Big Mac, just get a quarter pounder with it.
Functionally dead broke now.
Cass is going to kind of reach into his pack and pull out his blade. Not the spark blade, his brother's rapier, and be like, I took this sword because I wanted to have some part of him with me, but Alexander died defending our home. You know what? He always wanted to see the world, so maybe it'd be nice if even in death he can still protect people. Moving on. Maybe I can move on too. And I'll offer Alexander's rapier.
All right. As if. Oh,
sorry. I think I'm just gonna put it in the bowl or whatever. And it's probably awkward because it's probably way bigger than the bowl. So probably just lay it on top of it or something. Just kind of put a hand on it and just say something like, just storms guide you, Alexander Valinsky. Don't forget about me. And I'll just kind of touch my forehead to the blade. And I'll see it off.
As you're all ready, the advisor will lead you to what appears to be atop the eastern part of the wall. There's some sort of altar. It's a really big one with so many bowls, with so many kinds of offerings. Some people praying, some people crying as they offer their bowl. You eventually place yours, and she guides you into a small prayer. From the abyss you came, from the abyss you shall return. Can Vaughn specifically roll me a religion check?
I would love to. Not great at it, but I can certainly try.
Damn.
Mark, this prayer resonates with you because this really resonates with you as you've been influenced by the deity that you don't really know much about. You have a feeling that this abyss is connected to the entity you saw. And as you know, the abyss is what's below the clouds. If you fall into the abyss. You also know that the abyss is where the flood came from that caused many problems.
Questions for another day.
Are we stood like where we are currently? Are we like in an open space?
Decently open. The walls are thick.
As this sort of is it like a? Are we inside like a building right now? Or are we like?
You're
outside is
atop.
what I'm asking.
You're atop the eastern wall.
Oh, so it's a wall. Okay. I was gonna do something poetic and cute, but I don't know if it would work in these conditions. I was gonna say as the prayer was happening, whatever surface is closest, I guess. I guess I wanted August to grow some more lotus flowers. Not necessarily the right color, but the symbolism is what counts, you know? Just to like see the dead off as the prayer's happening.
August pairs, and you just hear.
Stop! He's trying! He doesn't know how to do this yet.
We're just
Oh
God, where is it? We're just all sitting there in quiet prayer, and we just hear.
No.
I imagine the guy growing a mustache in the SpongeBob movie.
Yeah, yeah, kind of like that. He just wants to do some symbolism, you know.
You produce about a dozen lotus flowers through great
Oh.
effort.
Nice.
You feel even a little tired. You're using your own life essence to create this.
I'm with it though.
One of them is the right color.
Oh, yay!
Progress.
He did it.
All right. As you're done here, you are free to do as you wish. The advisor said she would prefer you all to take some rest days instead of just jumping to the next trouble.
That's fair. That's fair.
Fair.
I guess like the main thing that August would want to be doing is like just trying to see who needs help. You know, if people are still taking offerings and stuff, like delicately to not like get in the way of them doing it for themselves, but he'd want to like try and help people carry things. You know, like the kind of like the menial labor parts of this kind of stuff, just to like ease their burdens of like, you know, if he sees like a little old lady like trying to carry an offering up a hill, he's gonna help them.
All right. You help a couple of people. They all seem pretty affected. A good chunk of people were killed today, so yesterday. So
Yeah.
Osriel will try to help the wounded, the soldiers, and all that. Like, it's what he can do now. So he's gonna try to help treat wounds and help people who got wounded somehow. And yeah, just do doctor shit.
Doctor shit.
You know, get into a blue police box and travel through time.
Whoa.
Wow.
you reapply the bandages of many soldiers. The doctors that were many in the clinic was stayed up all night to deal with this, so you're giving them a chance to rest.
Yeah.
I would like to assist the city craftsman in repairing damaged equipment. I'm assuming there's also probably some really superficial damage to the walls that probably could use some help with that at least.
Yeah.
I take the time to help repair tools and add weapons, craft some more arrows, fix armor. A lot of shit got broken. Most of it is covered, is caked in blood that you also have to wash off.
Mhm. Yeah. Man. No. I guess since Kaz is like focusing on like getting faster and boosting up his flying speed, I think he's just gonna try to like um maybe pick up, just try to act as like a courier within the city, like delivering correspondence or medicine or supplies like as fast, like just basically like Batmaning like rooftop to rooftop, just jumping and leaping and running and stuff, just trying to get things to people where they need to be as fast as he can. Kind of
Oh.
like he's not only trying to help, but also trying to outrun all the thoughts in his head right now.
And you all spend the day in your own ways. And the sun grows dark once again. Take a long rest.
Oh, another one. Oh boy.
Hmm.
Boy.
Nice.
Got some rest maxing.
Rest maxing. Let's go.
Let's go.
Early in the morning, you all basically start breakfast. You hear some knocking.
I guess Ox answers the door again. Is that what he
It's
is?
just
A
his
door.
job. It's his job.
He's the doorman now.
The door opens, and you see the Pharaoh himself.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh shit.
Good morning.
You all see the Pharaoh as you're all messy with pajamas and messy.
Oh no! Do you want to come in?
There's no need. I would ask you all to prepare. We leave in 30 minutes.
Prepare for what?
Where to?
I have a small mission.
all right.
Okay.
Very well.
He kind of sits on in one of the chairs of your end table. How long are you gonna make him wait?
30 minutes.
I'm gonna
Not a second longer.
just wear my stuff. I don't really have much. And I'm gonna spend 10 minutes to try to heal myself again.
You know what? I'm gonna
One of
guide
these
you.
times it'll
I'm gonna
work.
cast guidance on you, just to be sure.
Come on, Ozzy, you got this.
Come on. Guidance on. Yeah!
Oh,
Yeah!
God.
Yay.
I think I'm almost fully healed now. Yeah.
All right. You all prepare, and you see the king already has a carriage on the outside. We show really well dressed donkeys. Like they have like a cool saddle, some fancy mantles all over them.
Royal donkeys.
There seems to be a donkey for each of you, so hopefully you know how to ride one.
What do I roll for that?
And nature.
I
Ah.
mean, I've got my
I don't know.
got my own mount at this point. I don't know if it.
Oh,
Are you gonna
Oh.
reject the Pharaoh's gift? Oh,
or nor.
Okay, so I feel like we're gonna get jumped, and I don't want to deal with the mount that I don't know.
That's fine.
you try climbing the mount, you kick it. You try again and you
No!
kick it again. The donkey loses his patience, and as you try jumping again, he moves away and you fall flat on the floor.
No. Damn. What the fuck?
I'm healed now.
The Pharaoh sees you struggle and he just casts some sort of stone platform rising from the floor for you to help.
August can't look at him because he's very ashamed, but he gets on the donkey.
Can just give August like a reassuring, like just a little scratch on the back.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
I just can't put my head in your like, hey, you're good at other things. It's okay.
I know. I'm just I'm just not good at this thing, you know?
I know. It's okay.
All right, and then you set off. Vaughn, are you refusing the donkey? It's a really cute duck. It's a really cute duck.
It's a really cute donkey.
What if we get jumped?
Well, they're probably trained not to get spooked.
But my mount has special bonuses, though.
Well, then use it.
I am. That's the idea. Always guilting me to riding a donkey.
A gift donkey from a man who just lost half of his city.
40% of his city, thank you.
40% of the army, specifically.
Yeah, go tell that to the people, the people who died. I'm sure they'll love that.
So, do you summon your little guy?
I will be summoning my... He's not little, he's quite large. I will be summoning my guy.
Pharaoh sees this.
Or nor.
Is this necromancy?
Necromancy?
You never heard of it.
I'm not familiar with the term. My apologies.
It's an arcane school of controlling and raising the dead. Though you don't seem much of an arcane caster yourself.
Magic generally eludes me. Complicated, my relationship with the skeleton. He's as much part of me as I am of him.
Well, the ASU is no stranger to necromancy, so you're gonna be fine. And then you set off. You notice you're going south.
Oh,
okay.
Interesting.
It doesn't seem like the pharaoh is in much urgency, but he is leading you and more south. Are you gonna try to strike a conversation? Because he seems to be pretty silent.
Oh, well, okay, I meant to ask him. So the south was where we killed the werebeasts before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I guess we strike up a conversation. If I could ask, didn't we just deal with the south? Why are we heading back that way?
What? Just because their leader is dead doesn't really mean they're gonna go inactive.
I think that raises a greater question. Why are you going there yourself? It's dangerous, is it not?
It is. But that's why I have you here, is it not?
How is the well, we heard it was 40% of the army. Can the city recover from that?
Depends on what you mean by recover. Can we recover in time to fight the north? Well, it'll stay about the same. Can we recover in eventually? Sure.
Now that we dealt with the leader of the werebeast, will they just um, go away, disperse, and do their own thing?
They are a pack that lost their leader. They're gonna struggle to come back from that. They will eventually fight each other, see who grabs the power. But of course, it'll never compare to what they were once.
There's something that I want to ask him, but I don't want to. I don't know. No, I'm not gonna. This will kill the moment.
Do it, bro.
What could possibly go wrong?
I want to.
What could possibly go wrong?
I mean, but the pharaoh said that he doesn't know about the dragon, so I'm not gonna ask again. I've already asked once, I think. He's not gonna tell me.
You never ask him about
Oh, I
the
didn't
dragon.
ask him. Oh, maybe I thought about asking him. Oh. I have a. This is unrelated. Pharaoh, sir. You wouldn't happen to know of any living dragons dragons that are alive still? Would you?
An alive dragon. That's rare. A long time ago, a being named Rohan killed about all of them.
Yeah.
About
Yeah,
all.
we heard. Just, I'm just curious. The golden blood that some people have been ingesting. Surely that would come from a dragon, right?
Indeed.
And you're not gonna tell me where it comes from, are you?
Are you asking if we keep a chained dragon and drain its blood?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, do you?
We do not.
Yeah, I mean, that would be crazy, right? Yeah. Then he
That-
just goes quiet after that.
Do you know of someone that does that?
I just heard some stories. You know, the SU says things about some of the islands and stuff. It was just described to me that this might be a thing that might be a thing.
Might be a thing.
Yeah. But it's not, so it's fine, you know?
August, was it?
Yes, sir.
I promise you, if we had a chained dragon, our situation would be a lot better.
But I mean, if there was a chain dragon, wouldn't it be dangerous?
Guess it depends. For our island is famed for its dragon slayers. Maybe if we release another dragon, they would go back on our side, but maybe that's hopeful thinking.
I don't think it's hopeful thing, and I think it's trying to think of
Logically.
the best of the dragon.
I will tell you this. Our supply of dragon blood comes from the original Black Wings that was defeated by our heroes of this island. That supply was running short. But you found that fossil. So it should last us a couple more 100 years, depending on how our situation goes.
I noticed this is out of character. I noticed that he hasn't mentioned that, August has clearly drank some dragon blood. Because he's a fucking fan. I love this guy. He just doesn't want to talk about stuff, and I respect it.
This is
He's all
He's like-
business.
It's like he sees it happen. He's like, nah, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna deal with that. It's good.
I'm not paying enough for this.
Yeah. And that's all my dude, that's all my questions, Pharaoh, sir. Thank you, sir.
While we're out here, you may refer me by name.
Oh,
Naresi, if you remember that.
I'm sorry. What was his name?
I'll let me type.
Yeah, just so I can see it.
Resi.
Neresi. Okay.
Alright.
Is that like a Lord Neresi or just Neresi?
Just Naresi, but don't do it in the palace.
Oh yeah, of course.
Does anyone else have any other questions?
I assume this is a question we're going to get answered pretty soon, regardless. But what exactly are we going to do down here?
There's something that's been inaccessible while the wreck creatures were running rampant down here. I would like to check on it.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense.
Would you be willing to elaborate, or must we wait until we actually get there?
I believe explaining as you see it will be most productive.
Very cool.
Ah, understood.
Anything else? Or do we press the Red Dead Redemption 2 button of skipping the journey?
Nothing from me.
Nothing for me either.
Actually, no, I do have a question. Sorry, Neresi. Did you see Bakari? He obviously, left our company. How is he doing? Is he okay?
I saw Bakari. He is not okay.
Yeah, I sort of figured as much. I just wanted to ask anyway.
But I promise you though he refuses to be comfortable with it, this is not the first loss he has experienced.
Mhm.
And I doubt it will be the last. He will bounce back soon enough.
Okay, now that's all my questions.
You finally approach what appears to be some sort of stone formation in the middle of the red desert. He gets close to it and mounts off his donkey, patting it in the mane.
Aw.
Alright, there's some sort of cave entrance here somewhere. I need you to find it.
Ah, I'm just the thing. I search for it.
Ooh.
Do
What
it.
the hell is seek? Seek.
I do it.
You do it.
Why do I gotta roll? What
That's
the
what the
frick?
rules say.
That's what the rules say.
I
You
don't
said you
know.
wanted to follow the rules. You
You have
follow
to
the rules.
attempt a single secret perception check.
If you don't do it, we all die.
Yeah, we'll blow up.
die. I mean, that was supposed to be secret,
Oh.
but okay.
You do not find it.
Okay. Does
It's,
anyone want to try seeking?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
You
Alright.
said try sneaking. Try seeking. Wow.
Then you think you're onto something. Start digging with your hands.
Whoa.
You find a beetle, a really
Whoa.
big one.
Whoa!
August, come look at this.
wow! Wow, what is that? Look
It's,
at
so,
what it has.
it's huge.
What is that? How glossy it's.
Noresi, what is this beetle?
It's more like a scarab. I wouldn't provoke it if I was you.
Whoa. Why not?
It's kind of scary when it flies.
Oh.
Why am I scared?
Put it down. Put it down.
Gently set it down.
Alright, who wants to try next?
I want to try. What do I roll?
I roll for you.
Oh, okay.
I roll for you.
Alice, you
Mhm.
feel what appears you notice in the sand that it's kind of falling somewhere. Like the sand is falling. Sorry, I'm saying that wrong. The sand is falling, and you notice the surrounding sand falling suit. You follow that and you find a small breach in the stone formation.
Oh.
It'll
Sorry,
take some
continue.
strength to move the big ass rock from the way, but you can probably do it with an athletic check.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
do an athletics check.
I want to aid.
I'm an expert in athletics.
I want to aid because
Okay.
I'm also big strong.
Yeah.
I roll.
Okay. I will roll.
And I'm gonna aid with my athletics. How do I do that?
You just roll athletics, and if you beat a DC, then August will get a +1 or +2.
Whoa. Does that beat the DC? Oh, we'll never know. He's muted.
Oh, okay. We lost him. That's
Okay.
fine.
Damn.
Alright, I'm the GM now.
Sorry, I just
I-
needed to pass.
Oh, I'm sorry. You should have just said, and then I could have said Gupisco.
But I pissed faster than the speed of light, so it was fine.
Damn, he's doing those kegels.
My piss is like a shotgun.
What?
Damn.
You might want to see like a urologist about that. I don't know if that's normal. It's
Yeah, that doesn't
Yeah.
sound healthy.
supposed to be a stream, not a blast.
Butthole
Fish
blast.
though.
While you were studying the gun, I was studying the P flow.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, you roll a 19 with Ozzy's help.
Uh-huh.
You push the big ass rock along the way. Your muscles bulging,
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you review the entrance to the cave. There seems to
Um,
be a wooden path to follow.
I think I found it. Come here. He did
Good
find
job.
it because he's smart.
All right, guess I'll go first. I guess if I step on a trap, this nation will lose its leader, but I shall let it happen.
No, Cass, you go first.
Okay. I mean, I can see in the dark, so maybe that'll help a little bit.
I can also see in the dog. I have dog vision.
Nice.
I can't see
But
shit.
even so, I am gripping like the back of Gaz's outfit for strength. He's scared.
Aww.
You follow an old wooden path. The woods creaking really loudly with each step. And eventually, you reach the place.
A place?
We reached the place.
You see what appears to be a big stone structure, clearly human-made, but you don't really know what it is.
Oh. What the heck?
Oh.
It's a what? I mean, clock.
It's a fucking sundial.
It's a fucking sundial, isn't it?
We're
Send you
here.
any time to keep you in it.
All right, now that we're here, we can relax a little.
August visibly does not relax. There is no relaxing. He's on edge.
Does any of you know what this is?
I
Can
don't
I
think so.
recall knowledge?
Yeah.
Academia. Using my lore academia. Where's my thing? Why did I close it?
You know, I would say if you have academia, that works. If you have arcane, that works.
I have
Which one is
Arcana.
bigger?
Ah, yeah. This is okay.
I'm gonna use this because it's part of the shit that's stuck in my chest. I know nothing. This thing is dumber than me.
How do you spell Arcana? There we go. Ugh.
You identify this as some sort of clock. It looks like a sundial, but it's not exactly one. Vaughn will know that this appears to track eclipses.
Oh. Are we here to work out when the next one will be?
Basically, yeah. We
What
haven't
the
had clear access to this, at least not without risking a lot of soldiers. But now we have basically safe access to this. I assume none of you can read this, at least not the runes.
Can
If I
I
give
read the runes?
Can we try?
No.
Damn.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Kari would have known. He would know.
I
If it
miss
was here.
Mikari.
It was a...
You know what? I'm gonna extend a little. Hold on. Oh!
Ah! It just grows like 2 feet.
Does this look bad? Yeah, it does.
Oh, he's all squat.
Yeah, now we. That's fine.
Yes. This tracks eclipses. And as you can see, each eclipse has a different symbol attached to it. Put it bluntly, we just did this one. He points to this one.
Hmm.
Next one will be this one, which is meaningful, to say the least. It is said that this was built a long time ago, and it turns with each eclipse. And he said that once it reaches this point, La Chaux will meet its end. Put it bluntly, this is a doomsday clock.
Oh.
Okay. I'm assuming we don't know what the doom is.
Well, the end, I assume.
Well, yeah, but like we know the eclipses were like driving the werebeasts into a frenzy, but the werebeasts have more or less been dealt with, or at least the leader's been taken out. What else happens on the eclipse that we don't know about?
That's a good question. It's easy to assume that the North attacks because our attention is divided, but what if he has an effect on them as well? And we just don't notice? What if there's a bigger meaning to these eclipses that we're not aware of?
Well, if you don't know, we certainly don't know.
I'm just thinking out loud. Just humor me for a bit. Either way, you know I don't put much stock in prophecy, but I've seen this clock move from one point to another pretty consistently. You remember that eclipses happen about with irregular interval between them, but it's usually a long time to the point normal citizens don't even know about it.
If it's we've just had an eclipse, why are you coming here now if the next one isn't for a long time?
Because with enough time, I will be able to read this and know exactly when the next one is. The next eclipse is special, so it would be foolish to assume the same rules apply to it.
That makes sense.
Narasi, how old are you?
Kind of stops to think for a bit. I'm 363.
So you've lived through about roughly 3 eclipses, if I had to guess?
The last one was the 4th.
Gotcha. So, even in the best case scenario, it's still likely that this next eclipse will happen in your lifetime. So I can see. Yeah.
I don't have a clear understanding of my own lifespan, so I'm not sure.
Huh. Okay.
I may not have elaborated on this, but I'm a descendant of Esmos, the dragon slayer. The dragon slayer that is keeping the city safe.
Right. That makes sense.
That means, though indirectly, I had dragon blood in my veins. And you know how...
Oh, sorry.
Do you know how much that affects one's lifetime?
How much?
It's hard to say, but the 200 years could pass and you would not look 30.
Damn.
So it extends the lifespan.
Just point of clarification: do you drink the dragon blood, or are you just affected by it just because you were born with it?
I never injected dragon blood myself. It's just a part of my
Okay,
ancestor.
I thought so. I just wanted to make sure. Another question: did Esmos build this? The sundial?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Okay, so catching up on the lore of this city, or really this whole island. So Esmos is, in theory, still alive, just sleeping, right, under the city.
Indeed.
Hmm. Do we think this special eclipse will wake him up?
If it does, do you think he will be an ally or a foe?
Guess that depends.
Didn't he
much-
put the barrier around the city?
His unconscious body did. He raised his sword up in the air and chanted with all his strength. Right before he fell into madness, he fell asleep.
So I suppose your current concern is what happens the next eclipse. Do you think do you think this is what will happen? Do you think he will wake up? Is that the current your current worry as Pharaoh?
My current worry is that that's an ancient prophecy that says disaster is gonna come. And I don't have any specifics on it.
But you at least you believe the prophecy. I mean, you said you don't put stock in a prophecy, but the tablet we retrieved talks about visitors. The visitors being us.
Do you believe
Surely
that?
this. Well, I mean, I don't want to sound like we think ourselves important, but it kind of seems like us.
It fits a little bit too well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really deny prophecies. I just don't have time to think about them too much.
Right.
If you are the heroes that will save Asmos from ruin, then that's great. There isn't much else I can think about that despite that. Besides that.
Hey, actually, I'm going to while he's talking, I'm gonna shoot a quick little
Will a spell strike him?
yeah, I'm gonna cast
On the spot.
Try and kill him.
I'm gonna cast power testicular torsion on the pharaoh.
No.
No, I'm gonna cast a quick message towards Gus.
Uh-huh.
Like, hey, um, should we tell him what? Ooh, sorry, hold on. This is Cole trying to get the
That's
names right.
Can I sorry to ask about message. Can I respond to the message or
I think so.
Okay.
Target can give a brief response as a reaction or as a reaction on the next turn if they wish. But they must be able to see you and be within range to do so.
Okay, cool.
So, the whole thing about
What does that mean? Why are you rolling dice?
I'm probably seeing if he can see that I cast the spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I figured that might happen. So, Do you think we should tell him or tell anyone about Akrana's final words? Talking about Astros?
I maybe. I think.
That might be relevant to this.
I think we should tell him.
Okay. Hey, so here's the thing. We during the fight with Akrona, I don't think we actually had a chance to tell you what his final words were, but I think they might be relevant to this, or there's a chance anyway. He said something that seemed to imply that he was in league with Astros.
What exactly do you mean in league with?
I don't know exactly. He died before we get any information out of him, but it seemed to imply like he expected her to save him or something like that. Or maybe she reneged on a deal or something. I'm not entirely sure, but he basically was like, "Why have you forsaken me, Astros?" before he died. You know, that sort of thing. So maybe she's like the mastermind of all this, or maybe you're, I don't know. I'm just past. I don't have any conclusions based off this. I don't really know. The only leader I really know besides you is Akrona, and he's dead. So
Do you not have any leaders in your island?
and as far as leaders, well, that's a story and a half, sir. But as far as leaders for this island goes, I don't know really anything about Lashal or Astros, and very little about Akrana. So I'm hoping maybe this means something to you.
Kind of stops to ponder for a second. You know, all the dragon slayers, Krana, Asmos, Astros, and Eashore. They were a party much like you find yourself in. They formed their own bonds, their own adventures. They made choices they thought it was best at the moment. And they stopped a great evil at the time. Perhaps it was just a friend lamenting that they did not get to see their perhaps loved one, I don't know, at the end of its life.
Fair.
I have not seen Astros during my reign whatsoever.
Do you know what she looked like? Are there paintings or?
I don't even know if it's a she.
I see.
I'm just wondering if one of the other Dragon Slayers might know something about this. Surely, if not them, maybe they know someone who did build this. They know what it means.
You should have the corpse of Akrana.
The Court of Akrana.
The corpse.
Up the body.
Oh, corpse. Got it. Okay. So your mic was cutting out a little bit, Ollie. Sorry, I didn't hear the. Psst. We didn't touch it. What did happen to the body actually?
It disappeared.
Oh yeah,
What?
that's right. I forgot that part.
Wait.
Yeah, it got. Wait, no, I don't know that. Never mind.
Yeah,
They
we didn't see that. That's why I reacted in character about that.
I'm remembering. It's fine. I'm remembering. Everything's fine. Nobody panic.
It disappeared? What do you mean?
As we were leaving, I stopped to make sure that he was truly dead. And as I stepped away, something grabbed
Something.
it.
Grabbed it. Yeah.
Like
Ollie,
like a were beast or
Ollie, remind me the exact description of what grabbed it?
A purple circle surrounded its body, and two bright purple hands came out of it and dragged him into it, and then it disappeared.
I don't have a good frame of reference for it. But magic, perhaps, but it left no trace.
so w- something out there. Something out there wants the body for some reason.
I mean, its body might as well have a higher concentration of dragon blood than an actual dragon.
And somebody else would want to use that?
I don't know. Probably. Well, enough about this serious stuff. He sits on his
Then he
rock.
just leaves.
Put it bluntly, I wish to slack off for a bit.
Oh, okay.
That's fair.
Alright.
Yeah.
We're good at that. We can do that.
Tell me your story. Where are you from? And I don't mean this as a leader worried about the safety of its people. I mean that as a casual conversation.
Oh, do you want the long version or the short version?
The interesting version.
Well,
Up a city first, or what do you guys think? I guess you have more history in that way.
probably just start with the island itself.
Yeah, okay.
So we're from an island called Waldemar. It was surrounded by a massive storm for the last several centuries, and we were completely unaware of the outside world up until about a month ago. Not even.
It was more than a month ago.
We've
More
been here
than
for
a
like
month.
6.
Oh right,
It was like half a year ago now.
it was like yesterday, I think. I keep forgetting we've been here for a long time. Yeah, about actually shortly before we got here was pretty much as soon as the storm went down. I think a couple days after that we left.
I think
So-
like 2 weeks? Something, whatever.
Kaz isn't good with time. Get off my dick.
You're right, he is a
He's not got much of it left.
He's almost 40. He's gonna die soon.
Guys,
You're all horrible storytellers.
I'm sorry. We're not storytellers by trade.
I
Nice, thanks, man.
fired storytellers for less.
Oh, well, good
I'm a
job
big
by
fan
not
of Bard.
storytellers.
thanks for
knew it.
being higher then. But yeah, so island surrounded by a storm sent these little storm critters out at us to attack us every now and again. Van and I are from the city, or as we later learned was called the Upper City. And then there's a whole other world below the city that we didn't know about because no offense, our ruler was a little bit no offense, Van, ruler was a little bit of a tyrant who didn't tell us much.
Man will shrug. Yeah, what can you do? I don't know.
Then we found out there was a Lower City, and that's how we met these two.
Yeah, we're from the lower city.
Yeah. Apparently we're both.
You keep talking about upper and lower city. Is this a class division?
Oh no,
Or
it's
do you-
quite
No.
literal.
Well,
Yes.
it's also a class division.
It's also-
though.
also a class
That too,
division, yeah.
But
It's literal and metaphorical. It's honestly,
we-
whoever wrote this story is not subtle at all.
When the storm was created 800 years ago, part of the island broke off into a safer position. And not everyone was able to get to that upper island.
So
Yeah,
literally,
yeah,
upper city.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
pretty much. But there's also some class division going on there, which we've had our own internal conflicts about. Some of us more than others.
You refer to this leader as a tyrant. What tyrannical things has she done, or they? I don't know.
For one, she didn't tell us about the lower city, so we didn't know there's a whole population of our people that were just kind of, low-key suffering.
She was quite aware of them and did nothing.
That's
She
kind of long and short.
also, yeah, we also learned that she kind of is the reason we are in debt with the SU.
Yeah.
You're in debt with SU. I don't envy that position.
800 years
Oh,
ago, she bargained with them to get a dragon scale. And
Mhm.
Yeah.
for that,
Yeah.
we owe a great debt.
Because we kind of broke it.
Yeah.
Did you
What
Do you
when
mean
we
a
say
dragon tier?
It's here.
yeah,
yes,
a dragon.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And when we say kind of broke it, I sort of cleaved it in two with an axe.
It was really fucking cool.
It was
Yeah.
really cool.
Very
It was.
impressive.
Yeah. But it was to stop the shepherd from essentially sort of killing her own daughter, really. So I wouldn't normally destroy such a expensive artifact, but it sort of just did happen the way things turned out. Yeah.
I don't think you need to feel like self-conscious about it. You did the right thing.
I mean,
As you say that, you see the pharaoh laying out some small goblets,
I gotta get crunk with the pharaoh.
and he pulls out what appears to be very expensive wine.
Ooh.
Oh.
And he pours it one by one. Feel free.
Well, thank you.
I take a cup.
I also
no.
think
Do they have like a this is out of card. Do they have like a did the Egyptians have like a word they used like cheers or whatever?
Kampai!
No, just stop it. Shut up.
Diboja.
Wait.
They drank 24/7, so they didn't have a word for it. They just did.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's fine.
To your health.
Yeah, to your health. To our health. To everyone's
Cool.
health.
Drinking
Clink
yeah.
glasses.
So, and I'll take a few sips. So, yeah, we killed the shepherd, is what she was called. That's what we called our leader. Instead of, it's like, you're called the pharaoh, we called ours the shepherd.
Shepherd, as in guide the livestock.
Yeah, or
Yes.
leader of a jeep if you want to be kind of an asshole about it. Which at this point, I mean, she kind of was a little bit of an asshole.
That's quite the tarot. The title, I should say.
Yeah, it's an interesting title for somebody who essentially abandoned half her people, but yeah, it's an interesting one.
Do you know what pharaoh means?
I don't.
No, what does it mean?
no.
Enlighten me.
Means great house in our old language.
Oh.
It indicates that we are here to house our civilization as the best we could, as life and blood.
Okay. So not too dissimilar from shepherd in your own language.
Indeed, I suppose. So this shepherd, she was the one that raised the storm 800 years ago?
Correct.
I think
Eight-
she's. I think she
800
was like,
years ago would be when the flood was at its peak.
Yeah.
I assume that was why.
Indeed. The island couldn't defend itself. So we had to take drastic measures, apparently.
And then my family was basically raised by their side to basically trained to fight the monster that came out of the storm that she raised. So, which second out of character for a second, that was not the same monsters with the flood, right? Little storm elementals.
Yeah.
Like they were not.
The storm elementals came from the storm, yeah.
Okay, so but they're not like the same as the flood, as far as I know.
As far as you know, no.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so that part's not really relevant then. But yeah. So the storm kind of had its own problems that we had to deal with, but it kept the flood out. So I guess her plan worked in the long run.
You know, except for the zombies in the lower city.
Yeah,
The dead
except for
came
that.
back.
Cure seems like it's about as bad as the disease, really.
Yeah.
Granted, I wasn't there then. Maybe zombies were preferable to blood, whatever that is.
Yeah. But at the same time, a lot of people still suffer because of it. And it's
I don't disagree with your reasoning. I'm just trying to think from what they were thinking back then. How terrible must the flood have been to cut your entire island off from the rest of the world?
is it bad if I wonder, and maybe I have no basis for this, maybe this is just me jumping to conclusions. Is it bad if I wonder her separating the two parts of the city wasn't a drastic measure, but more justification to do what she always wanted to do?
I think you're playing with fire here, Kaz.
Maybe.
No,
I don't know.
it's not like she's around for us to ask anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe she was
I'm-
always petty and spiteful. Maybe she was just being calculating. I don't know.
You say she was there when the flood happened. How old was she?
As far as
Oh.
we were concerned, outside about 40s. But she used this strange magic to transfer bodies.
Yeah.
Parent to child, child to grandchild, so on.
Basically, it's this being the same shepherd being transferred from one descendant to the other.
Old
Can
soul and
imagine-
continuously younger bodies. Yeah.
Can't imagine the amount of wisdom you can get through a method like that, but I also don't understand longing for life that much. I'm a human. I'm not meant to be living as long as I have. And I'm tired.
Is this you saying that you it's pretty clear what you meant, but what would happen if you died? Surely you'd need another pharaoh to take over the city.
City's not in a state where I can afford to die. A new pharaoh would take too long to acclimate. So I will keep on ruling until we're safe. Until I earn the right to rest.
Do you have a next of kin?
I do not. I have never married.
But if you were to suddenly die, who would take your place?
Kind of
Sorry,
stops for a second.
I apologize. I was probably out of turn.
Do you know why I have no heirs?
I don't.
You never found love?
Oh, I have loved multiple times with multiple different people as I saw them age and die.
If how difficult was that to watch somebody you loved to die while you lived on?
It doesn't get easier. And there's feeling that you will grow numb to it. You hope that you'll grow numb to it, but you don't.
Yeah.
But you also hear from them that they want you to love again. They want you to move on. So all you can do is honor their memory. If you accept defeat on a loved one's loss, that means they died for nothing.
That is true. That's true. So why do you have no heir?
I wish to slowly remove the culture around dragon blood of this town, of this island. I had hoped we were gonna run out eventually, but we just happened to find more. I want an island where we don't need to make heroes to generate hope. I do not wish to spread the dragon blood that runs in my veins. Perhaps that's selfish of me.
I think it's selfless to not want your child to outgrow the people they loved. I think that's very wise.
Yeah.
How will you handle it? I wonder.
I'm sorry. What was that? I have to. Can you repeat yourself? I didn't hear.
How will you wonder it? How will you handle it? I wonder. He asked you.
Like outliving people, or
You've consumed the dragon blood, have you not? Then you will outlive everyone that is in this place right now.
I mean,
I'm freaking out.
I have a weird theory since we found the dragon bones. Think we all ingested the dragon blood at some point.
I like accidentally.
Yes. We're not sure how it got to the island, but think someone gave it to us. I recognized it by the smell and the feeling of it.
Do you know if the dragons are only from this island?
There's other dragons were ruling this world much earlier than us mortals did. That's a long time ago, and I'm not qualified to talk about that history.
But so safe to say that there could be dragon skeletons on like other islands and stuff. So, okay.
Yes, that's likely.
That's a little bit easier to comprehend, I guess.
So, how did this shepherd fall? Why did you four raise up to arms against her?
Rebellion.
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah. So I suppose we haven't even told you how we actually met. So, well, Ozzy and I don't know much about our history.
Yes.
If Ozzy wants to explain that I don't want to speak for him, so you can go ahead.
Well, my history is a bit weird. I was born on the upper island, on the upper city, and as far as I know, my family learned something was wrong with the shepherd, something related to the lower city, as far as I know where, and they were silenced. You, I showed you guys my house before we left, or
Mhm.
what remained of it,
Yeah.
and well, so was I silenced. That's why I have these scars. But then I woke up what I thought was a few days ago, a few days after, and well, I was on the corpse pile.
The
Corpse
corpse
And
pile where
pile?
you met me.
yes, um,
What do you mean corpse pile?
the lower city, they were, well, not only physically under the upper city, but well, they were kind of poor people. So
Yeah.
they were pretty much those who didn't go. They were the ones who were left behind. So they didn't have much knowledge, food, anything. So when people died, some of them came back, zombies, undead. So to deal with that, they threw the corpse on a field far away, so they wouldn't raise back inside the cities, inside the village. Well, I woke up on that pile and went looking around. Spent a few years in the lower city, and as a doctor. That's when I met August. Was
How qualified are you as a doctor?
very qualified. I can do pretty much complex operations and stuff.
Do they have schools in the lower city?
No, but I wasn't born in the lower city. I was born in the upper city.
Nice.
Yeah. So when I was dealing with the dead, taking them to the corpse pile, one of the corpses in the pile got up and started waving at me.
And that was me. That's how we met.
And yeah, after that, zombies, and these guys show up unconscious on a cart.
Yeah, we kind of got whisked away from the upper city by a mysterious merchant.
Incidentally, that was the merchant that appeared in your city. So if we did seem suspicious when you mentioned a traveling merchant, that was why. Because we do know her.
Is she trustworthy?
I guess.
She did save our lives once or twice. So yes.
In exchange for a debt, though, that she intends to pay or to cash in eventually.
Yeah, I guess I would just say if she offers you any kind of deal, just be very careful with the exchange, because we now owe her 5 or 6 favors. And we don't know what those favors are.
I was offered something like that once. The SU gave us as a gift the dragon teeth a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
My predecessor did not use it, and heavily advised against doing so.
Yeah.
Not because we knew what would come from it, but just not owe anything to the SU.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, our island wasn't as
We didn't have that foresight.
yeah, there was no foresight there for that. And that's why
Yes.
we ended up in debt to the SU.
You say it grants wishes,
Mm-hmm.
and perhaps we have our easy way out.
I don't think it's a good idea. Now, this is a player asking. When we were on the SU, they mentioned the witches came out, popped up, right?
Yeah, like a monkey's paw situation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So, encounter.
Wishes never come without a consequence.
Yes. They appear to come corrupted in a way. We wanted to protect ourselves from the flood. So being encased in a never-ending storm for 800 years. And somehow the dead were coming back. And the spirit, and the storm spirits. So,
Plus, once you finally get out of whatever mess the Dragon Tier puts you in, you'll be in debt to the SU. So that's always fun.
That's actually how we ended up coming here. So after the wind wall dropped and the SU paid us a friendly visit, they wanted to enslave the people of the island. So, you know, people that we knew, people that we didn't know, generations. So we struck a deal. We said, "Hey, we'll come work for you. We'll work off the debt, and we don't know how long that debt's going to be. So anybody who might be involved in, as a consequence of the wish, it might do more harm than good," I think is what they say.
Good thing you all consume the dragon blood. You have lifespan to spare. Pay the debt.
Well, that's a harrowing thought.
Mm-hmm. But if that is the solution, then maybe that's what I have to do.
Say, with Kabar's death, what do you think I should tell the elder? Should I tell them to stop? It's easier to prepare more heroes for the next generation? Is it wrong to not want more children to go through that? To remove the beacon of hope our people have been relying on this whole time?
Can I answer your question with another question?
Sure.
I hope this doesn't come across as insulting. I just genuinely want to know, like, your take on this if you have one. Do you know what happens to the heroes when they are like, on death's door? When they're at their last breath?
That's a complicated question. It honestly depends on how much dragon blood they've consumed, but it all.
Bakari. Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
Bakari came very close to death. In our fight. Obviously, he's fine now, but well, you know what I mean. But I guess basically we saw what can happen to a hero if they're pushed too far. And I'm not saying this to decide the fate of your island for you. I would never ever assume to do that. But more just from my sense of understanding is that a possibility, or is that an eventuality you think that could be like controlled or maintained somehow for like whatever next generation of heroes may come?
Usually they're only fed drops during their childhood, so their body adapts better.
Right.
That's mostly safe. It only gets out of control if they consume more after that, as Bakari did.
If I could ask a related question, as somebody who has dragon blood in you yourself, not through consuming it, but through just physiologically, if an out of control change did start happening, would the person be aware?
I believe it would be a worse fate if they were. That when you kill the Dragon Slayer, they appear more lucid at the end.
Yeah, they did.
Then I suppose that's your answer.
That's sort of the answer that I was scared of.
All right. This shepherd of yours. What would you have done in her place? 800 years ago, your island was under attack against the flood. Would you have pulled every resource you had during that moment, regardless of the consequences?
I don't know.
I think personally, I would have tried to save as many as I could have. And I think maybe that's what the wish was, the wind wall, to save as many as possible. I mean, I had my disagreements with how the shepherd did things, but maybe the island wouldn't have inhabitants if she hadn't done that. If you're asking in a roundabout way what you should do, then I think it's something to ask to put the people first and ask what they would prefer to happen. Because one person shouldn't make decisions for an entire nation, especially if there's a consequence to that decision. But that's just my personal take on it, I suppose.
Anyone else have thoughts?
For what it's worth, I don't. Obviously, none of us know what kind of threat we may be facing when this last eclipse comes. But we seem to be operating under the assumption it's gonna happen much sooner than later. So, and if that's the case, then you've got us,
Mm-hmm.
and we will fight tooth and nail to keep your people safe, for whatever that's worth.
Such motivation does not come from wanting to pay a debt, but I appreciate, regardless of where you're getting that will from. So at the end of the day, I do not expect you to die for a people that is not your own.
Perhaps, but your people have been very accommodating of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. They cared for us for at least, 6 months?
Mm-hmm.
Something
I
like
think
that.
for all of us, it stopped being about any kind of owed debt long ago. From the first day we were welcomed in and given a home, somewhere to live, and got to know the people through the various menial tasks. As frustrating as it was, I think for me, it helped us to live alongside them.
Yeah.
Oh. And that's also sort of part of the reason why I wanted to drink the blood to make sure that I could be strong for those who can't be.
I was raised to be a soldier, and I've done the best I can to kind of shed those shackles a bit and gain some of my own freedom. And you know what? I think I have. But at the end of the day, I was still raised to, for all the many disagreements I had with my dad. At the end of the day, I was raised to fight for the people who can't always fight for themselves. So maybe that's just my own fault. I'm going to be a soldier till the day I die. And I'm happy to put that mentality to a good cause.
Is your father still alive?
Last I checked, yeah. But I haven't heard from him in a very long time.
Kind of chugs at the rest of his goblet and stands up. Well, it's enough slacking off. I haven't told my advisor I was leaving, so she must be worried.
Oh,
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 probably should
Oh.
hurry back then.
you always gotta
Yeah.
leave it.
If I had, she would not let me. There's too many things to do.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. That's very fair.
But the last time I took a break was 30 years ago, so
Well deserved then, I think.
you're all bad storytellers, but I appreciated the company.
Of course, it was a pleasure.
Yeah. I hope it was enlightening about us.
If this is over and we should have the resources by then, I'll try to put some pressure on the SU on your behalf.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For what it's worth, and this feels kind of silly to say, but I feel like you're an amazing leader. You clearly do care
Yeah.
about your people.
I think they're lucky to have somebody who is willing to sacrifice for them.
I'm the lucky one to have people that do not give up on the hope, no matter what happens.
Well, you gave him something to hope for.
With any luck, maybe we can be some of that hope as well.
Is it Donkey Kong music starts?
Yeah,
It's
the
got
mood,
little
the
Mrs.
mood immediately
Whiplash.
changed.
Then Pharaoh just whips out his portable Nintendo 64.
He's gaming.
Do you have your DSs so we could play Mario Kart?
It's $80. And so you're right back, the Pharaoh. That's why we're ending this session.
Oh, that was a nice little gentle session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A,
Very stressed about that big clock though, but you know.
it's fine.
It's fine, it's fine.
The worst that could happen.
Yeah. What the heck? I love Naresi. He's cool. He's like a bro now.
I feel like I'm waiting for the shoe to drop and oh, he's actually a bad leader. He
No.
feeds babies to crocodiles.
No,
That's
I
kinda
think
cool,
he's doing
actually.
that is cool. That would solve any kind of population crisis, so I'm just saying.
To solve population crisis and keep the zoo people happy, like
Well, didn't in Egypt didn't they do stuff with babies to like wasn't there a thing about like the second sons or something?
In the
What am I thinking
Bible,
of?
in the Bible,
That's it. Sorry, I'm thinking of the. I'm
the
sorry,
Bible,
I'm Catholicism pilled. Sorry.
the Bible, the angels very specifically killed the firstborn of every family.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was the Catholicism.
yeah.
And the seventh sons of the seventh sons become spelt no way.
I think you're the first person I've heard reference that book in 20 years.
What book is that?
What, the Bible?
No, not that. Fucking seventh son of the seventh son. That was like Septimus Heap, right?
Yeah, it's something like that. I think I have the books here.
Septimus something for sure.
I can't find the books. There's too many shit here.
Septimus
Yeah.
Heap. Yeah, that's it.
Something apprentice. Spell breaker? No. Curse? Breaker apprentice?
He's an apprentice to the extraordinary wizard.
Apparently, there's also an Iron Maiden album called Seventh Son of the Seventh Son.
But yeah, the Pharaoh is not perfect. His shoe is allowed to happen for children to be raised as child soldiers,
yeah.
especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's trying his best with the hand he's been dealt, and I think all of us can relate to that. No, that was a cool session. I like just having a little bit of downtime with him.
I had to remember all the lore from Arc 1. Oh god, oh fuck.
Uh-huh.
If you didn't remember,
oh God,
he
what?
would have killed you.
No. It was like, oh god, why did Kaz run away again? What was his inciting incident? I heard he forgot.
See, that's why I kept my backstory simple. Woke up dead, don't remember. There's nothing to get confused.
I need to do
The
that.
rest of your
I need to do that
backstory is
one day.
Ollie's problem.
So true. Well, maybe he was evil. Well, we were saying last night, maybe he was evil in his past life. We don't know. But if he was, he's not responsible for that because he's a different person now. Can I ask, Ollie? Obviously, you made a private roll when Kaz cast message. Was that the Pharaoh trying to see if he could see the magic happening?
I don't know.
Oh, what the hell? Yeah, how does he know? Can he mind read? Is that it?
Oh god, what if he
Does
just
he
was like
know?
listening at our messages?
Has he been mind reading this entire time when August thinks about kissing his boyfriend? What the hell?
What the hell? That's
He just sees it. Does he know? Yeah, does he know? What does he know?
We just like see Naresi like zone out for a second, then he just like coughs up like feathers, like sorry, what?
Yeah. No,
The
that was fun.
Spook's
I like,
Apprentice.
yeah.
I think I got an inspiration for an updated Kaz art. I just have to find the willpower to actually do
Oh
it.
hell yeah, let's
Ooh.
go.
Something involving the eclipse, I think, because eclipses are very cool. After finally seeing an eclipse in real life, I'm like, dude, eclipses are dope.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, next year Egypt is getting an eclipse.
I
Is
guess
that
so.
is that what inspired this or
No,
I'm getting
okay.
I'm getting like a Berserk vibe from this, or a Dark
Mhm.
Souls vibe from this.
Nothing's good is gonna happen in
Yeah.
this next eclipse. It's gonna be awful.
Yeah,
It's gonna be the worst.
I just have a feeling like the next eclipse is gonna be like, in a week. Like it's not gonna be months, it's gonna be soon.
Yeah,
As soon as Beats comes back.
Yeah, see as he's back.
can you imagine Ollie setting this Chekhov's gun only to not fire it? Like, hey guys, here's this
Yeah.
great battle that's gonna happen. All right, go back to being tax collectors. Bye.
And I'm just like I'm stressed every week waiting for Ollie to be like, you wake up and the battle's happening.
The
You
sun's
have to go now.
exploded. It's over for the
Uh-huh.
island.
I mean, you gotta remember that the main god of Egypt was the god of the sun. It was Horus.
Mhm.
Horus, yeah.
So when they saw the eclipse, they went, "Holy shit, dude, we're fucked."
Oh
Yeah.
god, we're gonna die.
Or Nor. That's my impression of an ancient Egyptian.
Or no.
Or Nor.
There's
Or no.
an Egyptian eclipse mentioned in the Trojan War poem that Homer mentioned.
Oh really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Troy? Or not Troy,
Yeah.
fucking the Iliad.
Yeah, Iliad.
I read that
Yeah.
one. I don't remember this.
Troy, the movie starring fucking Brad Pitt,
Mhm.
whatever.
Oh wait, yeah, here's the passage. The sun has been obliterated from the sky, and an unlucky darkness invades the world. Holy shit, that's Mel. I
Oh.
love that.
Mel.
No.
Sorry, I really like the way you said that, Selen. I'm sorry. I really like the way you-
Metal. There's no T in that word. It's metal.
Mel.
No. It sounds
So,
almost like honey in Portuguese.
So
Mhm.
yeah, I got eclipse inspiration from Homer and culture like that.
Uh-huh. Have you you haven't read the Iliad? You haven't read the Odyssey?
I bet you just listened to Epic the Musical and considered yourself a Homeric expert, didn't you?
No, I watched a YouTuber describe it to me.
Watched a
Wow.
YouTuber describe Epic the Musical.
What the fuck? You should read the Odyssey though. It's a good book, but read the specific translation that I read because that's the best one.
I mean, the movie is coming out. I don't need to read.
No, you need to read it because it's good. Just don't
I
read any
really-
of the ones by women. No offense, women translating the Odyssey, but it's not as good.
And then Odysseus kneeled down, was like, God, I wish I was a woman. They know what to do. And then a woman came down, like, hey, don't worry. I'll give you all the right ideas on how to get home safely. And all the
Uh-huh.
dumb men were thrown overboard and eaten by sharks.
So true. But yeah, good session, good RP.
Good RP.
We did it.
Yeah,
We did it.
we did it.
Good.
We
We
did
were only a
it.
little bit sexist.
We went to a little funeral. Did the Egyptians have like so obviously the ceremony we went to, did like the Egyptians have a specific word, or was that like a funeral to them?
I kind of mix their festival to celebrate the gods with their death ritual.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because I wasn't gonna describe them dumping the bodies in the sand because that's a little too brutal.
Yeah.
But the ashes mixing with the sand is about the same thing, but it's a little
Mhm.
more nice.
Yeah, I it was like ashes to dust to dust and all that kind of thing. It's a nice way to go.
They used to put food in altars for the gods
Mm-hmm.
in festivals, which they did big old parades for.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if you go to Egypt at the proper time, there should be parades.
Oh. Wait, okay,
Uh,
I have another question. What relevance does the lotus flower have? What does that mean?
For the Egyptians, it represents rebirth.
Okay. Rebirth.
What about the
Okay.
It means creation and rebirth. And it also
Creation and
represents the
rebirth.
sun, which they really love.
Okay, right. That makes a lot of sense then.
Yeah.
It's also your space mom in Warframe.
Also to be specific, they would not leave the food to go bad. They would wait like hours, and then they would spread the food around for everyone else to eat.
That makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah, it makes
yeah.
sense that they wouldn't waste it. Yeah.
Man, I had 2
The-
bots in chat today.
Damn, not the 2 bots. What the
One
heck?
asking I add them on Discord, and another the usual cheap viewers on stream. Boo.
Damn.
Feel
And
lucky.
basically, a priest would say, I think the gods ate enough," and then so they would get the food.
I do think that is interesting though. It's like, we gotta wait for the gods to have their fill first to give the souls safe passage or whatever, and then we can eat the rest. Delicious.
Delicious.
It's kind of like what they did in. Now I don't know if that's actually Greek stuff, or if it was just from Percy Jackson. But yeah, I know. But they did separate a bit of food to the gods, and then they eat the rest.
Yeah, my parents recovered that much health on a long rest.
It's got a lot of con.
Mm-hmm. Big
Is it
con.
a set amount? I think I got.
It's your
I got like 3.
Constitution score times your level.
Oh, let me see how much. I got 3 points the second time. Yeah, I think so.
Yep. I don't have a lot of con. I put all my things in strength.
How much con do I have? 1. Yeah,
1 whole con.
1 whole con.
Eat. GG's.
GG.
Yeah, that was a fun sesh.
Good sesh.
Yeah,
Very, very somber, but very good.
I'm proud of us.
I had to move the plot along, but not too much without beats here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fair. I mean, we can catch Bakari on what happened next week. But he was probably just because I have it. It's like it feels really good that he would be like too emotionally like, I don't want to say disturbed, like too emotionally disturbed to like be out and about in front of people. Troubled, yeah, to come to the ceremony. So it makes a lot of sense that he wasn't there.
Yeah.
But August had to check in with the Pharaoh, and asked how Bakari was anyway, because he was worried.
I'm proud
He
of us.
cares. I am slightly concerned about the extended lifespan thing, though. That concerns me greatly.
It'll be
But,
fine. It'll be fine.
fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. August will turn into a full vampire. He'll make Kaz's vampire spawn, and then he'll turn him into a full vampire, and they'll live forever. It's fine.
No.
yeah.
At least you say, "Oh, like that's romantic." Like, I think if I was talking to this last night about Ollie, but I feel like if he did become a full vampire, he would be not as nice as he is now. So that's not all. That's deep concern.
Oh my god, ascended Gus.
Yeah,
Oh,
ascended,
no.
Gus. He's gonna start talking in a posh British accent
No.
and call everyone darling.
No.
Mm.
I can't
Nah.
let this happen.
You have to kill him.
It's the
You have to
only
kill him
way.
now.
Curse of set. Oh no.
No.
Or
I love how some cats just let you do stuff. It's just,
Mhm.
they don't care. No survival instincts.
That would be Nero. He would let me bury him alive. Like he has zero. So like that's why I can't let him outside because he would just get hit by a car because he would not be
Oh.
terrified at all. Like he wouldn't be able to. Well, I say that, but then when he was younger, I say like a year old, he used to bring me like mice and stuff. So,
Oh.
but that's when I lived in a place with no cars. He actually did bring me a mouse once. I was playing Final Fantasy 14 at the time. It was raid night, and I had the back door open, and because he would just come and go, and then he brought a mouse in once. I just put it at my feet, and I was like, bruh. Like, thanks.
I bring you gift.
Yeah. So now he doesn't get to go outside anymore after that happened, because it was gross.
Oh. Understandable.
Right.
Now I want to bury my cat. Not in a bad way, I just, I want to put him in some sand and make a little castle.
Do y'all want to see the final boss of this whole arc? I can sneak peek it.
Absolutely.
I want to see it. Yeah. Is it the Pharaoh buddies? The PNG is stretched and pixelated.
There we go. There we go.
I can't believe this.
Too powerful.
Ah!
We can't beat him. He's too strong.
He's too strong.
Too powerful.
No, it's that beautiful blue-eyed Pharaoh. I can't believe it.
That gentle smile. How could we fight
Mm-hmm.
him?
I swear I had a history book growing up with this guy on the cover.
Yeah,
of it.
that's where the image comes from. It's like it was like Americans being like, "Oh, this was my like social studies book or whatever it was."
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Good lord.
Which is crazy. For a nation that loves the Bible, that you guys do not like interpret it in the correct ways at all.
Oh yeah, we fully accepted white Jesus over here for being fair.
Says the Catholic.
Glass, and by my choice. Also, I didn't interpret anything. I would. That's what everybody else did, and I just sat there and listened, which is probably worse. But I was a stupid kid, so I didn't know anything.
I just sent you that reel that says, "Of course I'm gay. I grew up Catholic."
You did, and it was great. It was perfect.
Damn.
Wait, did I hot it? I think I did hot it. I did hot it.
Aww.
Well, all right, gamers. If you must leave, you are free.
I am a bit sleepy, I admit.
Yeah. I'm gonna go play some Assassin's Creed Egypt because I'm into it. I want to think about Egypt.
Yeah.
Have fun being in Egypt.
Thank you, because I took a big nap today, so I'm just awake now, I guess.
Annoying.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right,
Love to see it.
GG's, y'all.
Yeah, good job,
GG's.
guys.
Good night,
Fun
everyone.